What is up, everyone? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans. Make sure you rack up them likes. Let's get these chats filled up. I'm going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we'll read through the chat. So today, we're going to be starting off with a video titled, Marsha Blackburn calls on Democrats to vote to keep children safe. Of course, they're saying that Democrats don't want that. They don't want safe children in schools. They don't want parents informed on what's going on. This video is just under 4.5 minutes long. Then we have, I'll turn my phone off. There. Then we have a video titled, Texas ranchers shared the consequences of Old Man Walter's border policies. They have people crossing the border illegally and then going and destroying their property. They're not allowed to do anything about it, because then they'd be breaking the law. Then we have a video titled, I don't know what this is. Murfreesboro? I don't know. You people live in crazy places. This individual, who's a homeowner, shoots an intruder and kills one. This guy came out of the back room, and two individuals had his 17-year-old son at gunpoint in his living room. He had to send some freedom seeds out there. Thankfully, it was successful. Then we'll be wrapping things up with a video titled, New York City Mayor Eric Adams speaks on the death of Jordan Neely. That's something. That whole thing is something. That is something. He's trying to leverage Jordan Neely's death to push some sort of legislation through. He doesn't necessarily go out there and cause activation, but he does talk about like systematic, I don't know how to word it, systematic issues with our country, and why things like this happen. So I'm sure the activists will hear this and then they'll be like, oh, we need to hit the streets, even though they weren't out last night. There was no justice for Jordan Neely last night. Anyways, let's make sure everything's running. I'm not sitting here talking to myself. Oh, let me refresh this page. Hopefully Rumble runs today. I don't know what's been going on with Rumble the last 2 days. I have no idea what that's about. Oh, YouTube won't let me scroll back. I can't see who was first today. Dang it. Either way. What's up, Shanti? What's up, Matthew? What's up, Tim? What's up, Sawdog? What's up, High Plains Drifter? What's up, Haywood? What's up, Fitzy? What's up, T. Lawton? What's up, Ohio Kyle? What's up, Anthony? What's up, Coin Dragon? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Look at all the badges in the chat. What's up, Nikki? Appreciate you guys being here. Yes. Oh, yeah, they found out all right. What's up, everyone on JeffMAC Live YouTube channel, on the secret YouTube channel? What's up, Susan? What the heck is people outside? What's up, everyone on Twitch? What's up, Grey Wolf? What's up, Soul For Real? What's up, everyone on Kick? What's up, Red Bear? Happy freedom. Oh, Odyssey. That's what they should change their name to. Is Oh, Odyssey. What's up, Salty Ragu? What's up, everyone on Odyssey? Happy freedom. Salty Ragu says bunny. Just in case you guys didn't know, it's bunny. Salty Ragu, I seen you post on one of the community posts, what's a 5-letter word for rabbit? And I was trying to find how to say bunny in Korean, and it was like 15 characters long, and I decided against it. I was like, no, I'm going to take it too far. But I appreciate all your engagement and support. Salty Ragu, you're the man. What's up, everyone on Rumble? Hopefully things run smoothly over here. What's up, Amanda? What's up, Joe? What's up, 6ix9ine? What's up, Kimberly? Happy freedom. And what's up, everyone on jeffmaclive.com. All right, hooligans, we're going to go ahead and get this started. This first one, Marsha Blackburn calls on Democrats to vote to keep children safe.
Joining me now is Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator Blackburn, Nashville happened. Within about an hour, I get a group text from mothers, concerned mothers, panicked, fearful, worried for their children. To my knowledge, I did not see any other senator besides you and Senator Haggerty come out with a plan in the immediate aftermath to protect my child tomorrow. What is your dealings with President Biden, and why would he reject this?
It is just unseemly that there would be such a rejection of this by the Democrats. Everybody should be for the Safe School Act, Kaylee. They should want to do this tomorrow, as you were saying, to keep our children safe. This is something I have worked on since 2018. Tried to get it passed then, tried to get it passed last year after the Uvalde shootings, but to have this grant pool and to allow local school systems and local law enforcement to work together to bring in veterans and retired law enforcement to serve as a security officer at a school. They know how to use weapons. They know how to de-escalate situations. I've talked to a lot of them. They like this idea. They are grandparents like we are. My husband and I are grandparents, and they want to be there to help protect children. This would also allow schools to have cameras and people to watch the cameras and bulletproof doors and the film on windows, the locks that are necessary to be certain that children are safe in that school environment, and so that parents can have the confidence that their children are going to be safe.
Senator Blackburn, you know, one thing that's been on my heart when I think about this issue, there was a case, and it was Madeline Murray O'Hare who brought it, the case that banned school prayer. Her son ended up coming to faith. He became a minister. And here's one thing that he said. He noted this because it was Baltimore public schools where prayer was initially banned. He said July 17th, 1963 was the first day Baltimore's children could not pray in schools. Before that date, there had never been a murder in a Baltimore school. How much of this is faith leaving the human heart and this mental illness we're seeing and the cultural place we're at causing the violence and chaos we're seeing in our schools?
Kaylee, as a mother and a grandmother, I worry about this every single day. And it is just of such concern to me when you talk about the mental health issues. People that are homicidal, people that are suicidal ought not to have any type weapon, whether it's a car or a knife or a gun or anything that can cause harm. And as we know right now, there are people that are homicidal and are suicidal, and they are getting that car or that bomb or that dynamite or that gun or the knife, and they are committing harm. And we have to find a way to say, how are we going to keep people safe in the public space? And a great starting part is the Safe Schools Act. And for the Democrats to be against this is something that I cannot imagine why anybody would oppose the Safe School Act and keeping children safe.
I can't either. You know, 10 seconds here. Senator Blackburn, will we end up seeing the manifesto, do you think?
My understanding is that the writings are with the judge, and they're redacting some things. I do want us to all be sensitive to the families that are involved here, but the people of Tennessee deserve to know what happened and how this shooter went about making a decision.
No doubt. Thank you very much from a mother for putting forward a solution.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here.
Well, of course, Blue Team opposes safe schools, safe children. They don't want that. They want a gun ban. That's what they want. They're going to release that manifesto after they redact most of it. It's going to be just all blacked out pages. They don't want people knowing what's really going on. That's how they get down. That's how they get down. What's up, Jason? Happy freedom. What's up, Cinderella? Fitzy, feel naked. Why is that? Edward, bunny is Korean for yummy. I agree. I don't know. They eat a lot of stuff over there. A lot of stuff. I don't know if they eat bugs, though. I don't know how the softies out there feel about that. I'm not sure if they're eating bugs over there. What's up? Ooh. What's up, Spank? Happy freedom. Matthew, just today in the UK, students who don't go to school blaming on mental health. I was kind of thinking about that when I was putting this live together. Everything is about mental health now. Everything is. Everything is. Just, You don't want to go to work, it's because of mental health. You don't want to go to school, it's because of mental health. You go and hurt a bunch of people, it's because of mental health. You go and break the law, it's because of mental health. You go and loot all the stores to the point where they don't even want to be in your city anymore. Oh, it's mental health's fault. Got into this blame game stuff. It's been around for a long time, but I think having the plague and all of that really enabled people to be lazy. Super lazy. The remote working, getting out of school, getting out of work, but I got a little runny nose, I gotta go, and they're like, oh yeah, you better go before you kill grandma. Lots of enabling going on, but now you can't claim that stuff on the plague. You gotta claim mental health now. I'm having a mental health day. Taking the day off. I still want to get paid though. I want special privileges. I don't know. I don't know what that's like. I got too old too fast. I'm not willing to adapt to that. What's up, Annette? Happy freedom. Let's see. Ohio Kyle, you can commit harm with water. What is the point she's getting to? Yeah, I felt like she was going off on a little tangent there about committing harm to others. You can commit harm to people with shoes. It was your shoelaces. That's why they make you take your laces out if you go into those special facilities. Yeah, I don't know. I think she used the wrong point to try and leverage, talk about safe schools and all that. And then I don't know why they brought up the manifesto, because by the time we get it, it's going to be all redacted. It's going to be redacted and manipulated. Let's see. Ohio Kyle, I miss her. She's hot. Is that Tommy? I can't remember that woman's name. I've noticed that the way she does her makeup, and women are crazy with makeup now. They do shading and all kinds of stuff. It's called contour or something. I don't know. They turn their whole face into like a Looney Tunes episode. It's like they got to have bright colors here and dark colors over here and make their face look all 3D. I don't know. I don't put chemicals on my face, so I don't understand why women do that. And they blame men for it. That's the other thing that kills me, is they're like, well, men won't think I'm pretty if I don't put 10 pounds of clown makeup on. No one ever asked you to go do that. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. But my goodness, all that shading and stuff, I see it all over TikTok, especially because men are out there doing the makeup tutorials on TikTok lives, and that stops you in your tracks when you go across that. And they're like, you got to do this, that, and the other, and numbers, and blah, 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 blah. All this fake makeup stuff. And now we have that blonde-haired woman from, what did we just cover? Was it Fox? I think it was Fox. Oh, I can't tell. I think it was Fox. But we keep putting her on. I've noticed that her nose is like super dark, and it makes her look like she has a beak. Like her nose sits out here. I don't know if you guys know, but women that got big noses, they do things. Okay, they do things. That's a little tip if you don't know that. They got that beak hanging out there. I've noticed it the last couple times we put her on. She's got really light eyes and a really dark, long nose. I'm like, geez, lady, stop watching those TikTok tutorials. You don't have to paint your face all up looking like that. Stuff drives me nuts. Going to Walmart, it's like being at the circus. I don't know why people do that. Matthew, people's feelings. Yeah. My poor feelings. I can't go to work today. My feelings are doing feeling things. I don't know. When I was younger, you used to get beat up if you were crying as a boy. They used to tell you boys don't cry. And now if you cry harder, you get a participation trophy. I don't know. What's up, Lion's Heart? Happy freedom. I'm going to have to get another fan in here. I'm sitting here sweating to death. My apartment wants me to pay them $200 to come put a air conditioner in the building. I'm not allowed to use my own anymore. They changed the lease. So now I have to just sit here and die unless I give them $200. And I ain't got $200 to give them. Let's see. Diane. I don't eat meat and often feel uncomfortable in this chat, but okay. I don't know what you want me to do with that. What was the point of putting that in the chat? Hopefully that's sarcasm, because hooligans don't care about that kind of stuff. What's up, Mark? What's up, Parabellum? Let's see. Parabellum, I need to hold on to my AR-15 because, you know, mental health. Of course, it makes me feel better. It's my companion pet. What's up, Nuclear? Make asylums great again.
Make America great again.
And I'm a victim. That's how you get through life now, I guess. I don't know. Must be why I'm having such a hard time now. They're like, look, you're not soft enough. You don't belong here. Stay inside your house at all times. PBRs and little cigars. I can't talk about any of that stuff. That if I was to say that whole thing out loud, they would demonetize my whole channel. They've already demonetized this live because they didn't like something I put in the title. So that's a thing. What's up, the lamb is the light. Happy freedom. Lion's Heart, did you hear about the CBCD rollout in July? I did not. I don't even know what that is. I did not hear about that. I was trying to find stuff on the Oklahoma shooter. A black dude went and shot two light-skinned individuals, two white-skinned individuals, specifically based on skin color. But nobody's talking about it. I'm trying to find information on it. Maybe I'll have something for it tomorrow. I couldn't find anything today. I was running out of time getting things together. What's up, Robert? Let's see. Nuts. Someone has a limited understanding of mental health and healthy work-life balance. See, when I was younger, there was this thing called Get Over It. And they used it all the time. You know, if you played football, baseball, soccer, going to work, working in the yard, doing some gardening, doing some farm work, dealing with cattle, feeding the dog, taking out the trash, doing your homework. I don't feel like it, okay? Get over it. That's all there was. Okay, that was the only tool in the tool belt there. I don't feel like it was always met with get over it. Too bad. And I think things were okay. I think that's how we got a lot of stuff done. I'm interested to see in the future how everybody's mental health balance and this, that, and the other is going to get in the way. I think it's going to stop production right in its tracks. I don't believe in being soft. It makes you weak, right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Stop making excuses to be weak. What's up, Raven? Happy freedom. Let's see. Oh, Diane, are you just here to argue? I don't get the soy stuff. I'm not weak, and most of the vegetarians I know aren't. Most vegetarians get sick. They mostly get sick. If you don't take supplements, you won't survive. You'll end up getting sick and kicking the bucket. It's go read. It's proven. Eating vegetables is good for you. Eating only vegetables is not good for you. But I'm not going to debate you on it. You are free to do as you wish. If you want to kick the bucket being a vegetarian, God bless you. Let's see. Oh, my chat keeps refreshing. I'm losing my place. I'm trying to go down the list here. What's up, Nikki? Happy freedom. I'm really interested in the CBCD rollout. I want to know what that is. Robert, I don't know what you're talking about, but that is hilarious. Melissa, mascara and lip gloss and good to go. Yeah, not hating on people for putting on makeup or whatever makes them feel pretty. If it makes you happy, then go ahead and do it. But when they go out there and they got 10 pounds of makeup caked on their face and they look interdimensional, it's just, I don't know. That's too much for me. I don't know who that's for. What's up, Sly Dog? What's up, Witchy12? Let's see. My son called them plastics when he was in high school. Talking about what? I'm a little late in the chat now. PBRs and little cigars. Yeah, over on TikTok, it's a nightmare over there. There's lots of dudes doing makeup tutorials and stuff like that. I don't know. It's kind of funny now because after the Nashville thing happened, all you see in those chats is people saying, "Hey, don't go near schools." Like, how do you feel about Christians? People saying stuff like that in the chat, and it's some pretty high class trolling going on over there. I like it. What's up, Finn? Happy freedom. MD Cyrun in the fifis. Yep, right in their little feelings. All the women are debating. They're like, yeah, but I still use a little makeup. I'm not hating on people doing makeup. You'll know what I'm talking about if you hear what I'm saying. I've seen crazy stuff where you got like the crusty stuff all along the eyes and they're like, hi, and then it's like flaking off their face, but then there's more underneath. It's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. You're beautiful just the way you are. God made you how you're supposed to be. No need to repaint the canvas there. That's just my 2 cents on it. Oh, nuts. You got to step up the game there if you're going to be trolling. I don't know. Let's see. Salty Sabbath. I cry in the shower so nobody knows. Work smarter, not harder. I'm saying. You gotta cry one out when you're taking a dump. That's what it's like being a man. And then you're sitting here watching these little kids like, oh, my feelings. Give me an A+ in class because, my feelings. And it's like, oh, no, you ain't never going to make it. You ain't never going to make it. You can't be soft. Robert, blame public schools, specifically the Department of Education. Oh, yeah. They're pushing this agenda. They want everybody soft and stupid. It's easier to control people when they're soft and stupid. They don't have to take your rights from you. You'll just willingly give them over. Because your brain don't work. Matthew, Old Man Walter is live. Yeah, I've seen a couple people say that. Parabellum, artificial intelligence got brought by artificial beauty. Everything's going to be fake. We're all going to be just living in pods in our house, working and communicating through screens and microphones. Oh, let's see. Nuclear, have a steak. I'm saying. Steak sounds so good. I'm sitting here starving. What's up, Grateful Ed? Happy Freedom. What's up, Toy Mafia? Ohio Kyle, bacon is too good to be vegan. I don't know a whole lot about vegans. All I know is when I see ex-vegans who are like, well, I was vegan until I went to the hospital and I was about to kick the bucket because my body was starving from the nutritions that it needed because I refused to eat what it needed because I was following a trend on TikTok. I see that all the time. I don't know. Steak is too good to turn it down. That's all I know. Matthew, turn on your TV and eat the GMO. Exactly. Let's see. What's up, Mike? Happy Freedom. The lamb is the light. You wouldn't have time to focus on your little feelings if you work hard and spent less time focusing on me. It's true. It's true. Yeah, like during the plague, I was hearing a lot of people, not in the chat, but people in real life who were like, man, I wish I could just go back to work. Like, I feel like I don't have self-worth. I'm just sitting at the house doing nothing all day, collecting this little bit of unemployment because they won't let us go back to work. And I was like, I feel you, but I was doing a lot of this, so I was still working. But if your body is work hardened and then you go from that to not working, you're losing that dopamine. And all of us are addicted to dopamine. That's why we use devices and electronics and all that, is because of our dopamine addiction. So when you go from working every day, that, when you go to work, a lot of times you're like, oh my God, I don't want to be here. Or, I wish I could go back to bed. But when you leave, you usually feel like, yeah, like I did something today. I accomplished something. That's you receiving dopamine for completing the task. And you get used to that. That's why it gets easier and easier to go to work, be there 12 hours, get off work, go drink a beer, and just act like it didn't even faze you. But then when you go so long without working and then you go to work, then it's killing you. It takes everything you have. And it's because you've adjusted to low levels of dopamine. Trust the science. That's what they say. Grey Wolf, bacon is way too expensive. Yeah, the only time I eat bacon is if it comes on a burger and stuff. I don't like cooking bacon. It's not that I don't like bacon enough to cook it. There's something about cooking bacon without clothes on that just doesn't go together, and I refuse to wear clothes when I'm not live. So I only get bacon when it's on a burger. That's just the way I am. It's the way God made me. What's up, Soul for Real? What's up, Chosen One? Happy Freedom. Keeping children safe was offensive to them. You were probably right on the mark right there. Oh, how do I say your name? Anything artsy. I appreciate you being here. Mark, bacon is a commodity. I learned that from the trading places. MD Cyron, chalk skin demons. That's I've never heard of a phrase like that. That's good stuff. I like that. That's what they call us. Let's see. Christian There's also a case where there's 2 future doctors killed a 66-year-old light-skinned individuals because of race. It's messed up. It's because of the enabling. That's why this is happening. It's because of the enabling. Like the shooter from Oklahoma, who knows if there'll even be consequences. They might just let him go. Coin Dragon, suck it up, Buttercup. Yep, that's all there was. Melissa, walk it off. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Matthew, you're right. It's all part of the agenda. Be soft and stupid. You'll just forfeit your own rights. My chat just reset. Now I gotta scroll all the way back up. Come on, man. And that organic here, no GMOs. That's how it is here. There's a lot of Amish marketplaces near us, so there's a lot of people that go and get their grain and rice and all that stuff from there, so it's non-GMO. Ohio Kyle, I can't say that out loud, but you're right. We're gonna pass that comment through. What's up, Carolyn? Happy freedom. What's up, Pamela? Pamela, work, a 4-letter word that offends lefties. Yup. Wow, Ohio Kyle, I can't even pass that through. It says stop being a sissy, but sissy is replaced with a word that means cat. I can't pass it through. YouTube won't let me. They're like, no, we know what that is. You can't say that here. I appreciate you being here, Salty Sabbath. What's up, Dana? Happy freedom. Let's see. Lion's Heart. Oh, talking about Fed coin. I'm waiting for Fed Now to get rolled out. It's supposed to be rolled out mid-July or something like that. They're going to try and get everybody, the regular people, all of us to sign on. Most of us are not going to sign on to the Fed Now thing, but all the big businesses will. Google and all that stuff. They'll sign on with Fed Now, and that's going to force all of us to be a part of Fed Now. And that's going to suck, because they're going to track all of our spending, our income, all of that. And if they decide that you're not doing what the government wants you to do, they'll just be able to stop your transactions. They'll probably start off in a form of errors. You'll go to do something and receive an error and not sure why the transaction isn't going through. Customer service isn't sure why the transaction's not going through. And this will get tied up for weeks or months. And eventually they'll come out with a list of penalties. Say, well, you actually have this penalty. You bought too much ammunition this month. So we cut off your transactions. So you weren't able to pay your bills? Well, that's okay. You'll have late fees. And when we allow you to do transactions again, you'll just have to go ahead and pay those late fees. That's where we're going. That's right where we're heading. What's up, Jeremiah? Happy freedom. David, ever seen a fat vegetarian? Well... yeah, but you don't know that they're practicing what they're preaching. What's up, Dr. No Name? Happy freedom. Soul for real. Yeah, ribeyes are really expensive right now. So is chicken. Yeah, it's actually cheaper for me to buy steak than it is to buy chicken. I eat more steak than chicken right now. And I think I need to chill out on that, because you're not supposed to eat a lot of red meat. You can get gout or something. I don't know. I worry about those things. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about it. I don't eat pork, but I've been eating a lot of steak lately. I can get steak for like $6 for almost a pound and a half. But then chicken is like $12, $14 or something for a pack. Like, I don't know. Rather eat steak. Mike, do you regret getting hand tattoos or no? No. No. I want my whole body decked out. I just can't afford it. Not my face, though. All the hooligans are like, we will leave you if you... you tattoo your face. There's some important people to me that were like, do not do that. And so I won't, because they got to look at my face. I don't. So, but everything else, I mean, all the way up behind my ears and everything, I have plans for everything. I just don't have the money. I don't have the money to do it. Let's see. Some people might regret tattoos, though. I don't know. I guess it depends where you live, probably, because like when I go to Wesco, to get coffee and stuff, they all got tattoos. They got tattoos on their face and their hands and strange piercings, and their nose is chained to their ear and wrapped around their head and all this other stuff. And they seem to be doing okay. Last time I went through Taco Bell, their hands and arms were all tattooed, hanging out the drive-through window and stuff. So I mean, I don't know. I know there used to be a stipulation. They used to call it like the everlasting job stopper and stuff. You get your face tattooed, you might be in that category, but hand tattoos, no. Maybe if you got something offensive, which that's a gray area, isn't it? You could have an American flag. They're like, sir, you're gonna have to cover your tattoo up. That's offensive. So I don't know. I mean, I don't have regrets for it though. I haven't found a reason to regret it yet. Let's see. Nikki, the spider lashes freak me out. What is going on with this chat? Like, YouTube is not letting me pass this stuff through. I don't know what the deal is. YouTube is censoring you, okay? If your comments aren't passing through, it's not me, it's not the mods, it's YouTube. And usually we can pass you through, but I don't know what's going on today. Oh, let's see. Finn, be like a cat, really hard to herd. Yeah, just act like you don't hear anything. Like when I go through Walmart and they're like, sir, can I see your receipt? I'm like, yeah, have a nice day. Or yeah, you too. And then I just walk by them. I can't hear you. Just pretend like I'm soft and stupid. Just go with it. Just go with it. Just take it. Sometimes they get me though. Sometimes they'll step right in front of me and they're like, sir, I need to see your receipt. And I just throw my bags on the floor. Here, go through my stuff. Since you think I'm stealing stuff, you think I stole the plastic bags too. You go through my stuff. They're like, I'm just doing my job. Yeah, that's what the Gestapo said. Get out of my face with that. Poor old lady. Called her a bitch the other day. Just can't control myself. Don't stop me in my tracks. She was like, I don't know, in her 50s. She's like, I'm just trying to do my job. Well, don't. Okay, don't. I didn't spend $150 here for you to accuse me of stealing stuff, including the bag that my groceries are in. Oh, let's see, Jeremiah. No, I can't get a hold of Trump. I have no way to communicate with Trump. Trump is supposed to be... See, you guys are going to get me even more demonetized. The Orange Eagle is supposed to be live today, I think at... Oh, God, what time was it? I think at 8 p.m. on CNN, but I think it's only on TV. I don't think it's going to be live. I'm going to look and see if it is live. We are going to cover it, but it won't be on YouTube. Can't cover the Orange Eagle on YouTube. It always causes problems. There's always problems from it. And I know everybody says, oh, but Right Side Broadcasting, they just got a strike the last time that they showed Trump. So, not risking it. I'm going to see if I can show it. I have to double check on the time. Snooks told me about it, but I'm having a brain fart. I can't remember when it's supposed to happen. But if he does come on in a place where we can show it, we're going to show it on all the platforms. Twitch, Kick, Rumble, Odyssey, jeffmaclive.com, all that stuff. So look forward to that. Nuts. It's fine. It's, you know, if you're trolling, it's fine. If you're not, it's fine. It doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. It's when it becomes an issue in the chat. That's when the ban hammers start flying. You're free. You're free and fine to do what you wish. Let's see. Pamela, carnivore is proper human diet. Isn't it omnivore? Yeah, it's omnivore because you got to have some vegetables too. Because if you eat just meat, you can end up with issues like gout and stuff like that. What's up, Lifelike? Happy freedom. Let's see. What's up, Robert? Happy freedom. You guys and all your coded messages. Yeah, Matthew. Just prepare all your own food. Stay well away from fat, salt, and pre-prepped food. It's true. It's true. I don't use sugar. I try not to use salt. Anything that makes your pH acidic, because that's how you get cancer and stuff like that. So you got to make sure you're not doing too acidic. I think it's easier for women than men to tell what their pH is, but we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that right now. Let's see. Jason, could you post something on... Oh, wait a minute. You must be talking to someone else. I'm scrolling back up. Just give me a moment here. So for real, watch out for those bacon burns. They hurt. They hurt. They do. You're not wrong. I don't know how many times I've tried to do that too. I'm just over there trying to cook bacon. You get that one good pop. Telling you, getting burns on the wiener ain't the way to go. That's not the way to go. You're walking in Walmart. They're like, why are you walking like that? You're like, well, I was cooking some bacon this morning and it got me. The bacon jumped up and bit me. It's rough stuff. What's up, Space Baby? Happy freedom. Goes. Cook in the oven. No clothing needed. I had a friend that cooked bacon in the oven and the grease ran down onto the burner and started a grease fire in the bottom of the oven. And ever since that happened, I've been terrified to cook bacon in the oven. It tastes good, but I worry. I worry about grease fires. It's a no-go. I don't have enough baking soda. Edward, CBDC is the central bank digital currency. Oh, thank you for clearing that up. Okay, so yeah, we were close to talking about the same thing. Yeah, so what is May? We're almost halfway through May. So we got, I don't know, 8 weeks until Fed Now happens or something like that. Title 42 expires tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. I seen that Oreo and First Responder Media has been doing all that coverage. A bunch of people tagged me last night and they're like, oh, you should cover the border. I don't really see, I don't know. It's important to know what's going on at the border, but you're just sitting there watching people sit around knowing that they're going to come here illegally. No one's going to stop it. It's just kind of boring. Last couple times I covered it, nobody even showed up to watch. I was just sitting here by myself watching people waiting to get in illegally. Space Baby, I'm very pro bacon. I think we need to come out with some shirts. Where's my notepad? I don't take advantage of enough of these ideas that we brainstorm here. Where's my pen at? Let's see. I'm very pro bacon. We're gonna sell 1 million of these shirts. Yes. Sam, we need more gynecologists. I mean, I'm studying. I practice in my spare time. I try. What's up, Jeff D? Happy freedom. Use cash only. There's a lot of places here that will not let you use cash. You just can't. They'll be like card only. There's places that will take like Cash App and stuff like that. I was at the state finals in Lansing, and the only way you could buy stuff was with Cash App. You couldn't even use PayPal. I was like, wow. I don't know if they got a lot of people using the only Hooligans or what. Something. Furman says he's a freelance gynecologist. He's up. He's free agent. Let's see. James, I grew up in the 80s and 90s. You never see backyard football or even kickball anymore. I wondered, because I don't ever see young people doing anything other than staring at their phone and gossiping about how soft they are. That's pretty much all I see in here. It's weird because I see like 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds, like when I'm at restaurants and stuff, and I see them sitting down, I hear the conversations they're having with their family, and they behave and sound like they're like 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds. They're like grown on the outside, but children on the inside, because they spend all their day on TikTok. Let's see. Jason, no food for you if you speak out. Yep. Yeah, wait till Fed Now really starts cracking down on people. It's going to be hardcore. They'll say, you didn't meet the community guidelines. You don't get to buy groceries today. $31 for a ribeye. Lamb is the light. That is expensive. I got to get some more groceries today. I'll try and remember to take a gander what prices are here. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom. Ghost. Both my aunt and my cousin are vegetarian. I think my dad was trying to be a vegetarian for a while. It's fine if you use supplements and stuff. Like, a lot of vegetarians will eat peanuts and stuff to get protein, because if you don't get enough protein, you'll be messed up. You will get messed up. Mark, no neck tattoos? Ah, man. I have big plans for my neck tattoos. See, the reason I want neck tattoos, other than I just generally want them, I almost want to start there because then it brings in new people onto the live. See, I used to have dreads, and everybody would show up thinking they're going to debate me because I had dreadlocks, so they just assumed I was some dirty liberal or something. So they would all show up to debate me. But now I don't have dreads. Everybody's like, oh, it's just another white guy. And they just scroll past the video. If I had neck tattoos, they'd put me back into that liberal category. And they'd be like, oh, I need to go debate this guy. And then they'd show up and see I'm smarter than they are. Let's see. Ladybug. Use cash and checks. Only thing I use checks for is rent. I wouldn't even use them for that if I didn't have to. Ohio Kyle, I don't trust cooking chicken even with a thermometer. I cook chicken until it frays apart like tree bark. I cook almost everything like that. I do not like raw food. I do not like raw food, and I don't like bad food. If I have something over 24 hours, I won't eat it. I don't care if it looks good, smells good. You know, like everybody's taking pieces of it out the fridge. I don't care. After 24 hours, I am not eating it. And if I'm cooking it, it's going to be hockey pucked. That thing is going to be well done. Shrapnel. I need a tattoo of a butt on my butt of a butt. Whatever makes you happy. Edward, trade sponsorship spots for tattoo work. I don't know. A lot of tattoo artists are really liberal, and not Salty Ragu, but there's a lot of liberal ones here. When I got my hands done, they had the Orange Eagle on the TV in the room. There was some sort of documentary or something, and he wasn't in the documentary, but there was clips of him on the screen for something they were talking about. And I had asked the tattoo guy, you know, what he thought about all of that stuff. And he was saying that before I went in there was a guy that was in the National Guard, or was currently in the National Guard, and he had gone in for a tattoo, and he was talking about how he was in Grand Rapids for the George Floyd riots, which was the very first day I went live, was to show the George Floyd riots in Grand Rapids. And he was there, and he was telling him about how all that stuff went. And I was like, well, you're in luck, because I actually know a lot about that stuff. And we spent 2 hours talking about the riots and stuff while he tattooed my hands. But he was telling me about how he likes to do Adderall and tattoo the top of his skull in his free time and stuff like that. And so I don't know. He didn't seem really conservative to me. So trading some sponsorship stuff, it would probably be difficult. Because if they were to watch the live, they probably wouldn't agree with a lot of things I say. Unfortunately, but it is a good idea. I'll try and keep that in mind. Because I got like $7,500 worth of tattoo work that I need done. Ladybug, get an air fryer. Chicken comes out excellent. Interesting. I've never cooked chicken in an air fryer. I've cooked chicken nuggets and baby corn dogs. Those are awesome in an air fryer. There's lots of good things you can cook in an air fryer. I've never done whole pieces of chicken though. Parabellum, am I in the only area where gas is skyrocketing? It was $3.20 a month and a half ago. Now it's $4. I'm trying to think. It was $3.20 last time I got gas. That was a couple days ago. I'm not sure what it is now. It was almost $4 a couple weeks ago, and it dropped down to $3.20. Raised gout happens when you consume a lot of red meat, alcohol, rich food. I don't know what that word is. I don't know what that is. Lifestyle usually needs a combination, not just one thing. I figured. I just know that everybody blames red meat, and eating too much of it will cause gout. Jason, 8 p.m. CNN. Yeah, but I think it's on CNN TV. I don't think that the Orange Eagle is going to be on like just CNN YouTube. And he might be, and that's what I'm kind of waiting to see, but I know they plan on it being on TV. So I don't know if we're going to see it on a live or not. Robert, they're only supposed to stop you if the alarm goes off. Well, they stop me because of the way I look. We've tested this many times. We've tested me and WMM. We go all the time and buy groceries together because we can watch each other's back. But they stop me almost every time, or they attempt to. It's like once every 6 or 7 trips, they'll actually successfully stop me. They only have so many people do it though, so I think when I throw my groceries down at them and I'm like, go through all my bags, I'm not helping you do anything. Stick your hand in my pocket and go get this receipt. I'm not giving you nothing. Like, you want to act like a CO? You want to act like we're in jail? Let's do this. Let's go ahead and do this jail rules. You want me to spread my cheeks and squat? What do you want? They hate dealing with me. I'm not worth it. Let's see. Dash Mark. If this is a pro-Biden stream, I'm obviously unsubscribing. You subscribe to the channel to come in here and say that. I don't think anybody is pro-Biden. I don't think that that's like a real thing to exist in the world. I don't think that's a real thing. Oh, come on, chat. Keeps resetting. YouTube is being kind of weird today. Kind of weird today. Melissa, I don't... What is... the diarrhea talk caught me off guard. I'm like scrolling diarrhea across the screen. It's okay, stop me in my tracks. What's up, status quo? Happy freedom. Yeah, I'm gonna end up clipping the Chris Hansen thing from yesterday's live so people can see it, because I don't think enough people seen it. I want to start adding chapters to the live, which obviously I can't do till after the live is over. It takes a lot of time to go through it though, so I don't know. I'm working on things. Sam, you got to wear pants when cooking bacon. Just saying. See, I refuse to conform to the oppression of pants. Okay, I need the bacon to cook. Nuggets out. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. I need someone to cook the bacon for me. That's how I'm gonna get the job done. Jeremiah, I heard that watermelon has some sort of vitamin or element that kills cancer. I'm not sure if that's true. Interesting. I've never heard that. And I would think with watermelon being sweet that it would feed cancer, but I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Shrapnel parchment paper also works wonders when cooking bacon in the oven. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. When I cook chicken in the oven, I use aluminum foil, and I probably shouldn't because I'm like severely allergic to non-precious metals. But I don't like my pans getting all stained up and stuff. What's up, one for the team? Hooligan bacon. That's what softies are. The Bacali's. One time I was chopping up habanero peppers and touched my nuggets. I don't advise it. I almost touched my eye yesterday on the live right after consuming a Diablo packet, and I could start feeling like a little burn like on the inside of my nose where I had like wiped cat hair off my face, and I was like, ooh, I'm lucky I didn't touch my eyeball. I'd have been roughed up. I'd have been in a spot. Status quo, bacon is my spirit animal. Heck yeah. What's up, Shark? Happy freedom. Matthew, what is Biro? Captain Seamus, the dirty liberals. I know. Captain Seamus, get some freak looking glasses. I've thought about it. I've thought about some different ways to bring in people when they, scan through the feed of YouTube to make them stop and go, what the heck is this? And join the live. I've thought about it. Try to figure out different ways to bring people in. I think just being tatted up would be the easiest way, though. Pamela, raw food, yuck. I know people eat raw bacon. I don't think it's good for you, though. They're about that life. I know people eat raw burger, too. I'm not about that. Not about that. Jason, nuggets and mini dogs. You eat like you're 6, bro. I know. I know. I don't eat that stuff very often. Most of the time I'm eating steak and rice, steak and chicken, and crushed vegetables, sloppy joes, tacos, burgers. That's the majority of it. Mac and cheese every once in a while. Ramen noodles if I can't afford anything. I don't even have canned food anymore because I ate my whole supply. I need to get more. Watch the world kick the bucket now. I'm not going to have any supplies. I've been sitting here eating it. Captain Seamus, I'm for Biden. Biden for prison. Right. What's up, G-Ski? What's up, Tommy? Look at everybody who just came in. Happy freedom, hooligans. Brandon, eggs are super low here now. $6.99 for 60. Last week they were $42 for the same box. Wow. That's crazy because I actually got to buy some eggs today. I hope they're cheap here too. Melissa, Arizona gas was $3.49 a gallon. I miss those like $2 gas prices. Big time. Tabacali's Beats for ink. That's an interesting idea. I'll have to see if I can wheel and deal something at the tattoo shop. A lot of those guys are struggling though, because people are trying to get tattoos using their EBT card and all that. Like, yeah, I'll trade you these crack racks for some tattoos. Every time I go in there, they're like hurting for money. Real bad. Like, just to get this done was $200 just for that. And then to get my fingertips done, my thumb, and then this redone was another $200. It's like, it shouldn't cost that much, but they're just hurting for cash. T-Law, and people like graffiti like a bad neighborhood. Yeah, if I'm telling you, if I was all decked out with tattoos, it's a psychological thing. Because sitting here looking all plain Jane, conservatives will go by and they'll say, oh, it's just another white guy, and he thinks he's right and I think I'm right, so I'm not going to join the live because we'll be debating who's more right. But if I look like a liberal and conservatives come by the feed, they're like, who's this trash bag who thinks he knows what he's talking about? I better go in there and tell him how right I am. And then they show up and they see that we think the same thoughts, and then they stay. And so it's a psychological trap to get people who have brains to come into the chat, because I don't want liberals in here. I don't mind liberals being in here. I don't want people who are in here to fight, who are in here to cause problems, who are in here to scream at other hooligans about nothing, especially when it's about opinion. Saying like, oh, I like wearing turtlenecks, and all of a sudden every comment they say is about how you're dumb for liking turtlenecks. Hate that. I hate that stupid stuff. I don't know. You gotta trick people to come to the live. Captain Seamus, a dread wig. I got the bag over there. Make my own dread wig. I should threw it out, and for some reason I just threw it back on the shelf. It'll sit there another year. So overall, our gas went down to $2.99 the other day. Holy moly, we would have locked that gas station down. I'd have called all my friends. Yo, you better gas up. It's the lowest you're going to see for the next couple of years. Let's see. Patriots Arc. Happy freedom. You ever going to hang up that JeffMAC light up sign? I have it sitting over there on the table. I had it in the background before I had the green screen up. It's too hard for my camera to tell what it says. There's not enough light on it. I need to get a light that shines directly on it. I think because I have a lot of stuff that you hooligans have sent me. I think after we get rid of the green screen, which, you know, it'll take some time because I just went through all that trouble to get it up. That's what she said about him. And so I think I'm going to end up having shelves in the background, lights casted on the shelf, and then on all the shelves I'll have all the things that you hooligans have sent me, or at least as much as I can fit into the background. So I do have it. I just don't have I haven't been able to set it up where everybody can see it clearly. But it's literally sitting right there on the table. Let's see. Patriots Arc, you need to go to a quality tattooist, not some back alley Sally. They're all that way here. I've been to 6 or 7 tattoo parlors. I'd have to drive like out of the state to find somebody decent. Brandon, they should get the EBT barcode on their hand so they can just scan their hand at the self-checkout. Well, pretty soon we'll all be microchipped and we'll be scanning our hands at the checkout anyways. We're moving right there. Blades. Yeah, no liberals. There's actually a lot of hooligan liberals. Nah, I don't want to say a lot. There's a considerable amount that show up and participate and do not cause issues. They're not here to fight. They're not here to argue. They're not here to tell you that your opinion is stupid or call you names. They're just here to hang out and be a hooligan. And I think that's really cool. And that's why I try not to do too much title labeling and all of that stuff. You're either soft and stupid or you're not. It's not about, you know, people do too much self-identifying using these labels, saying you're red team or blue team, saying you're liberal or conservative, and they make that their whole identity. So then when you're like, liberals are stupid, you're not really saying anybody claiming the title. You're just saying all the people you've seen that have claimed liberal usually bark like dogs and crap in a litter box, and those people are idiots. And so that's what you're meaning when you say that you don't like dealing with liberals. But then people who identify as liberal, but they've never crapped in a litter box, and they have no interest in turning the wiener inside out, you are kind of directing hate at them, even though they don't participate in the stuff that makes you upset. And because people are using these labels as a way to self-identify, I just make my own labels. And that way, people are either hurt by the things I specifically say about behavior that they identify with, and not so much the label word I'm using. It's all psychological. What's up, hair juicer? Happy freedom. Yeah, I try Patriots Arc. I see what other live streamers are doing. I try to ignore what a lot of live streamers do because I don't want to participate in what they have going on. But yeah, I try to walk my own path. But I have so much stuff that you guys have sent me, just all over my desk, all over my table over there, all over my shelves. I have cups and gifts and all kinds of stuff, and I'd like to have it in the background just so everybody can see, like, I do keep this stuff. Like, I do value all the things you guys send me. I very rarely have people at the house, but when they do come to the house, they're like, wow, because like this whole wall is all green. This is like the whole wall in my living room. It's all green. And then all my shelves are just full of random stuff that you guys have sent me, and they're like, what is going on over here? I'm like, welcome to my episode of Cribs. This is all my cool stuff that the Hooligans sent me. I cherish it. Let's see. Salty Sabbath, shit in the cat's litter box to establish dominance. Could you imagine Klaus's face just looking at me like, Dad, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is my potty. Why are you in my potty? What's going on here? I wonder where. Oh, Klaus Daniel's asleep. Maybe he'll make an appearance in a little while when he gets up from his nap, his happy nappy. What's up, Bill? Happy freedom. Live stream from Paris with their riots. Their riots are really soft compared to the things that we've covered. I haven't even seen their lives on. Who covers it? Reuters usually covers their stuff. I haven't even seen anything about that in about a week or so. Normally we show stuff from the riots. We try to cover it live when it's live. We don't make a whole event over it because it's not. There's not enough energy. There's not enough energy to keep viewers in the chat. And I don't live in Paris, so that stuff doesn't really affect me. I'm aware it's going on, though. What's up, Loopy? Happy freedom. Serial Spiller do a tour. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll try and figure out a way to record a tour. I wouldn't be able to do it live. Because there's feds in the chat, and there's people who would love to come shoot me in the face and stuff like that. And so I don't want to give away too much information because, then I got to go to court and they're going to be like, what happened? I'm going to be like, this idiot showed up and he caught 20 rounds in the face. And then, he had to have a closed casket and we laughed at his funeral. And then we made a big joke about it on the internet. And yeah. And so then the judges would be like, well, that's a sad story. I just don't want to have to deal with all that. So I don't want to give away too much information. There's a lot of people who would love to try and do me harm, and I would love to show them they're wrong, and we're just going to agree to not let that happen. Let's see. I try, Cube. I try. Bone Daddy. Hi, feds. Yep, they're here. I forgot to post the document. I think I have it here in my downloads folder. I'm not going to post it here on the live. But Edward one day went out there and found out that my face and identity and channel was in a DOJ document for some J6ers. Yeah, I don't think I have it right here. I did. I don't know what I did with it. Either way, that stuff's going to be posted on jeffmaclive.com. I'm going to try and post it today now that I just remembered this. I need to make a note of it. Because I forget everything because I'm such a busy person. Finding FOIA forms. I go through so much crazy stuff. I'll have to find it. I have it here in my downloads folder somewhere. Yeah, no, there's absolutely feds in the chat. Let's see. DOJ documents on JeffMAC. There you go. Boom. We'll be posting that on the website. We'll make a whole page for it so everybody can read how the feds watch our chat, they watch our live, how they use my footage, all that stuff. Mark, any feds in the chat, please say hi. They might fall for that. They might. Melissa, I'm an admitted badge bunny. That sounds explicit. Patriots Arc. It would take you months to do a 15-minute tour. I could see you going OCD crazy. Yeah, it is true. It is true. I worry a lot about making things perfect, and then that takes a lot of time. Blades lurking. Yeah, a lot of times they're lurking. I was surprised that, I mean, they had actual screenshots of my face and the live in the DOJ documents. And I was pretty surprised at that. Capture Shame, it's not a Fed, but my niece is a state trooper. Does that count? I think it's the intentions. I think it's the intentions more than anything. I always think of that when people say I'm grifting, though. I'm like, I'm grifting, but I'm in a DOJ document. What about you? You gotta use it as validation. Let's see. Not what it seems. Banks are already using a variation of it now. Yeah. My bank is blocking online purchases, but I can still use it in person just fine. The blank blames it on online sites. Yeah. I knew it was coming. Wait till July. We get through the other side of July, and they're going to start that Fed Now stuff, and people are going to have financial issues because they want to monitor how we spend our money. What's up, Lenny? Happy Freedom. What's up, Birdman? What's up, Mr. Beans? Happy Freedom. Kylie, that's her name. She needs to work on that makeup game. Her makeup game is a little rough. She makes her snout look like a beak. What's up, Sammy? Happy Freedom. What's up, Stern? Look at everybody over here on Twitch. I bought some Beyond Burgers. Having 2 Beyond Burgers with fried eggs, pickles, cheese with jalapeno sauce. That sounds really good. What is a Beyond Burger, though? Is that like a vegan burger? Like a vegetable burger? Stern, just eat as much in veggies or more and it will even out. Oh, yeah. Talking about red meat. Low tech. Not a nudist. I just believe in being free. What's up, K-Love? Happy Freedom. I ain't seen you in a minute. Oh, you'd eat some raw burger. Don't be like that. I have seen people in person eat burger right out of the pack. It smells like that time of the month. It's rough. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't do it. What's up, Livid Review? What's up, Donna Sparks? What's up, Nefties? Happy Freedom. Well, Rumble looks like it's still working. There's people over here. What's up, Astral Hammer? Happy Freedom. What's up, Pumpkin? Ah, you blew it. I don't know why people do that. People come over and they're like, hey, go to my link. No, now you're banned forever. Good job, idiot. I don't understand that. Like, I just imagine people who do that, they go into Walmart and they're like, hey, come to my business. And they start handing out flyers to the customers in Walmart. Come to my store that doesn't have customers. Like, what an idiot. I'd punch you in the face if I could see you. Fitzy, it's fake meat. Poo. It's a bug burger. Whatever makes people happy. That's the thing. I'm not eating it, but, you know, if it makes you happy, that's all that matters to me. I'd rather see happy people doing things that I don't like doing than to make them unhappy by telling them how stupid they are for doing that thing that makes them happy. As long as it doesn't infringe on others. You want to eat bugs? Eat bugs. You want to be a vegetarian? Be a vegetarian. You want to turn your own wiener inside out? That's fine. It's infringing on other people's happiness that That's when I start having a problem with things. Oh, I appreciate you, Status Quo. Klaus Schwab, you'll own nothing and be happy. Yep. What's unfortunate is people think that's how Klaus got his name. Like my Klaus Daniels. It's not because of that. I didn't even know that was a thing until I was like, look at this little furball cat. His name is Klaus. And everybody's like, Klaus Schwab? And I'm like, what is that? And then they told me and I was like, no. It's not what it's from. It's from Vampire Diaries. He's the Klaus Danielson. He's the hybrid. What's up, Gabby? Alright, we're going to cover this next video in just a second. Cinderella, I made more coffee. By this time I want a nap. Sometimes I want a nap right before the live. I don't know why. I drink like 6 or 7 cups of coffee and then I'm like sitting here waiting to... I'm watching all the videos that we cover to make sure that they're appropriate for YouTube community guidelines. And then I'm like sitting here like falling asleep. I'm like, oh man, better get this live started before I take a nappy. What's up, Scott? Happy freedom. Witchy plant-based meat. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Patriots Arc, ever watch Risky Krisky or Trench Grenade? I have not. I have not watched. I've never heard of that. That sounds a little explicit. I'm gonna put it over here to the side. I'll Google it in a second. I don't know what kind of sounds will come out of that, so I'll just check on that after the live. Alright, so this next video we're going to cover is titled Texas Ranchers Share the Consequences of Old Man Walter's Border Policies. I would be so frustrated if I lived down south. Had illegals showing up, tearing my property up and all that. I would be upset. I don't know. Oh, and it's going to have this nice lady on the screen here who I was talking about her nose looking huge. I'm telling you, the contour, coloring, shading thing, I don't know, ladies, you don't need it. You don't need it. Just wear the face that God gave you. You'd be fine. You don't need to put on 300 pounds of makeup and chemicals that cause cancer in your face. Beautiful just the way you are.
The good news is we don't have to believe the White House spin. We don't need Karine Jean-Pierre lecturing us about the southern border. We can see what's happening with our own eyes.
Several Texas border cities have declared states of emergency over concerns thousands of migrants will flood ports of entries within days.
Fox News has an exclusive look at the surge that has already arrived on the banks of the Rio Grande in Brownsville, Texas, across from Matamoros, Mexico.
Every day it seems like more and more migrants are out here. And I want you to just go ahead and take a look. This is on the corner of Oregon and Father Rom. What you're seeing here is hundreds of migrants lining up.
Why would anybody come here to do that?
Goes all the way and wraps around the entire perimeter of Sacred Heart Church.
A growing number of migrants continue to make their way to the United States.
That guy's got Louis Vuitton on.
Overwhelming local shelters and non-government organizations.
Two Americans who have seen the border crisis unfold firsthand are Texas ranchers Marcus and Stephanie Canales. They say the U.S. government has abandoned them as migrants constantly pass through their land and destroy their property. Stephanie and Marcus join us now. You know, Marcus, you're 56 miles from the Laredo border. Thank you very much for joining us. What are you seeing on your property?
Well, what we're seeing on our property, we're getting the bailouts, we're getting the getaways, the unknowns. We're also getting all of the foot traffic. I mean, just last night we had about 3 groups of 10 plus that moved through anywhere from 1 in the morning to 4. We had some during the day. It's just nonstop traffic around here.
You know, Stephanie, when I hear that, here's what I think. You know, I have cameras around my house, Ring cameras. I look at them in the morning, and if I see a car between 1 and 4 a.m., I get a little alarmed. Does it scare you to look at this video footage and see people you don't know just traversing your property?
Oh, of course it does. And these are, you know, the groups just continue to get bigger. I mean, we've had groups of 30 that have come through our property. And, you know, when you're out in a pasture by yourself you may have a gun on you, which we do, but you know, if 30 people approach you, you're in trouble, and that's what's scary.
Wow. You know, Marcus, and I understand you've had to repair damaged property.
Yes, ma'am. It's a constant battle with repairing fences, you know, mending our fences to keep our cattle.
I'd be pissed. Look at that. Cut through his fence.
Our parcels here, or pieces of property, you know, it's on one of the major highways for oil field traffic, so a lot of 18-wheelers. You know, we have to keep our cattle safe and off the highway. And so when we do get a bailout and we're called, you know, by Border Patrol or DPS, you know, it's a 1 o'clock in the morning, it's during the day, whatever you're doing, you pretty much stop what you're doing to, you know, make sure the fence is mended to where it'll keep our cattle in. The other piece of property that we have is across one of the major highways, which is IH-35. And just recently there was a calf out that almost got onto the highway. And you can only guess where it comes from, and it's usually a hole in the fence that apparently, well, I found out there was a bailout the night before. It was on a neighbor not too far from us, and that calf had wandered out. But again, you know, it's livestock, and it's right there in the middle of people doing 75, 80 miles an hour down 35.
Wow. You know, Stephanie, as I hear you both speak, you know, I can't help but wonder, what is your reaction when you hear the White House press secretary say a statement like illegal immigration is down 90%? We know that's not true, but how does that feel?
It's a slap in the face to those of us that live down here, because we know that's not true, because we live it every single day. You know, this has taken a huge financial toll on not just us, but all of our neighbors, all of us along the border. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. And, you know, we are sympathetic to some of those that are coming over here because that say they're being oppressed or they can't feed their families in whatever country they're from. But, you know, there's a lot of American citizens that also can't feed their families right now.
Absolutely.
Federal government doesn't care, and they're not doing anything to help us.
Wow. And you're just Americans who own property, you know, have a business. You know, it's tough to hear. And I appreciate your compassion there, Stephanie, because I understand that. Thank you both for joining me. We appreciate it.
Hey,
Yep, nobody's coming to save us. I don't know. That's got to be really hard to deal with. I'd dig a moat around my house, around my whole property. I don't know. I think it's a federal crime if you make booby traps. You know, like you dig pits with sticks in them and stuff. I think it's a federal crime if you do that. But I don't think I would be able to just sit there and deal with that every day. Go out there, your cattle's out on the freeway. If something happens, you're liable for it. It's your cattle. You're like, oh, guess illegal came through and cut my fence down again. Better go out there and buy more wire and buy more supplies and go work for a couple hours just to get my fence back up. Hopefully they won't cut it down again tonight. I don't know. That would be very hard to deal with. Haywood, some bear traps. See, and I wonder, if you put traps and stuff out there, could you say, you know, coyotes are a nuisance, so we put these traps out here and maybe get away with it? Like, I'm sorry he lost his leg. He was trespassing and he ended up stumbling on some bear traps. Let's see. Melissa, I have an electric fence around my property. I just wonder. I wonder, what can you do to prevent this from happening without being, you know, in trouble legally? T-Law, and it's weird to hear Texans say they're scared. I agree. I agree. Ladybug. Schools by the border have to go into lockdowns all the time because of chases. It's messed up. Joe, you need some Fallout turrets. I mean, it'd solve it, wouldn't it? It'd solve it. Sitting there sleeping, you hear those 5.56 rounds ring out in the middle of the night. You're like, what's that? Oh, just go to sleep, honey. You know, it's turrets out there working. Don't you worry, it'll be fine. You have to clean up the mess in the morning. Make sure the cows don't get into it. Yep. Matthew, how frustrating. I'm saying. It's got to be. I mean, a lot of people feel like the government doesn't care about them, but I'm sure people in that situation absolutely feel like the government doesn't care about them. The government's enabling this to happen. and then you'll get penalized if you defend your property or, you know, you do anything to prevent them from coming here. Patriots are, it's illegal to set traps for game. I'm sure there's ways. I bet there's some clever ways if people really think about it. I don't know. It's just really unfortunate for people to have to deal with this. It's bad enough that all of us are dealing with the border being invaded, that all of our resources and rights are being, you know, handed over to these individuals that aren't even supposed to be here. And like they said, you know, we have Americans that are living in the streets, can't feed their kids, can't afford a place to live. And then every day, you know, 100,000 illegals are crossing the border getting handouts. Here's a free bus ticket. Here's free Jordans. Free schooling, free housing. And they can get a job as a police officer in California if they feel like it. I don't know. How could they expect Americans not to be upset at that? It's not right. It's not right. Hope they came here to eat bug burgers. That's what the liberals want us to do. Matthew, illegals entering the UK get put up in 5-star hotels. There's illegals that are being housed in at least one big hotel in Chicago. We covered that a couple days ago. Captain Seamus, everywhere is a border state now. It's sad. I agree. It's messed up. Cheeky chaps, I appreciate you. Tom, you can trap if you have signs posted. Lots of it here in Michigan. I wonder how it is down there. Because that's what I would do. I think that I would just be setting up stuff and try to do it legitimately. I don't want people to be hurt, and I don't want it to be perceived as, that's what I'm saying, a deterrent, right? Don't come through my property. Chances are you won't survive it. Some form of deterrent, because I don't think I'd be out there having my cattle and all that stuff getting messed with, having my fences cut down, and no, it's not right. Low tech, if the person is illegal, then who cares? How could they ever prosecute you? That's the thought. But there's Americans going to prison like every day right now, ranchers and stuff, because they're waking up in the middle of the night. Somebody's out here trying to take down one of their cows, or they're disassembling their fence, or they're cutting the wires through their property, and they go out there and boom, let them have it. And then the police show up and they're like, well, we don't know who this guy is that you mowed down, but we know who you are and we need to hold you accountable, so you're going to prison for murder. And it's really happening. People are going to prison for murder for taking out illegals that aren't even supposed to be here. And I mean, there's a really simple way to fix this. Stop letting them come here. Let's see. Donna Sparks, I hear there's a lot of openings in what is this, gynecology? I bet. I don't know. Yeah, the illegals coming across is a frustrating thing. Just wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow Title 42 expires. And to me, that sounds like everybody should just be deported. If you're not supposed to be here, boom, you're gone. Your sanctuary thing has expired. But they're saying the opposite is going to happen. And there's people that keep telling me in the chat that there's supposed to be riots tomorrow because of it. And I don't know who's going to riot tomorrow. Like the illegals that aren't supposed to be here. Because I think Americans are so pissed off that they want a reason. They're like, go ahead, come over here and riot. See how that goes. It's bad enough that you're here and nobody can do anything about it except for the government, who refuses to do anything about it. You come over here and riot. See how that goes for you. Nameless bodies laying in the street. I don't know. Hopefully that's not what happens. Hopefully they do just deport all those people and we can have a border again. But I doubt it. I'm surprised they haven't extended Title 42 yet. Maybe they'll wait till tomorrow. Pumpkin, what if you put out a sign that says danger traps? I mean, maybe. But I think you have to have it in the form of like hunting game and stuff. You can't just booby trap your house. People get in trouble all the time. People who are maybe doing criminal activity, ATF comes into the house, SWAT team comes into the house, and then all of a sudden explosions happen and crazy stuff happens because you've booby-trapped your house. Now you're getting hit with whatever they were coming for you for, plus federal charges. And I don't know what the exact phrasing is, but I see it all the time when I see those kind of incidents. If you booby-trap your house or your property and people get hurt, it's a big deal. But if you do it in the form of game hunting, and you got to figure out your state laws and stuff to figure out how you can do it legitimately, and then somebody accidentally gets injured who doesn't have a name and they're not supposed to be here, I imagine that's probably the simplest way to make it through. What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom. Appreciate you watching on the website. Let's see. How long have we been live? Oh, dang. Already an hour and a half. Feels like we just launched. Melissa, landmines? Pretty sure you can't just throw the landmines out there. Pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But pretty sure you can't legally get away with landmines. Blue Crow, is English still the go-to language? I don't want my signs to be wrong. That's actually a good question. That is a good question. Because could they claim, if you had signs like, danger, we got game traps here, then so-and-so goes over there, the nameless individual who's not supposed to be here, and gets their leg blown off in the middle of the night. And you're like, well, I had signs up. And they're like, yeah, but he says he can't read English. What do you do? You're going to have both. You're going to have to post it in both, I guess. What's up, RS? Happy freedom. Blue Crow, they had 28 months. Yeah. Sam, Americans have to follow the rule of law. Yeah, only Americans. But if they're here illegally, no, they don't have to. It's weird how criminals here are freer than people who respect the law. And then people who are here illegally are even more free than the criminals are. Just everything is so backwards right now. Shrapnel, become ungovernable. I can't say it. Why can't I talk today? I did all the chicken bacons. I did all of that. Become ungovernable. Say it like I'm 8 years old. I'm only 12 years old. I don't know. Hopefully you understand what I'm laying down. Or what Shrapnel's laying down, rather. Pamela, pet gators. I mean, that might be alright. Honestly, the biggest thing is getting caught. These people that stopped getting caught, nobody would even know them because nobody's looking for somebody that's not supposed to be here. That's the biggest thing, is they're getting caught. But I suppose that's part of being a law-abiding American, is you're used to just being honest and open about things because you're not breaking the law. You're used to not hiding things. So if somebody comes here and they're not supposed to be here, and then something happens to that individual and police show up and you're like, well, he was here destroying my stuff, he's not even supposed to be here, and then they're like, well, you're going to prison, and you're like, what? It's like, well, that's how it goes. It's weird how they flip it on you. Here, Juicer, Home Alone was about a juvenile committing dozens of felonies. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yes, it actually is. You are not allowed to booby-trap your house. I mean, you can. Just nobody can get injured, especially if they are a government worker, some sort of authority. If that happens, it's no good. Lion's Heart. I would get all the dogs from all the surrounding areas and put up a couple of beware of my puddles. Yeah, I don't know. See, and that would be another thing. If you had a bunch of dogs and stuff, they would probably stay away from your property. I would think they would. RS, did you forget your Diablo sauce lifts today before the stream? No, I was doing those arm curls earlier. Just a little tongue-tied today. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I should have did a Diablo shot. Maybe we'll do one here in a little bit. Jeremiah, gators leave no evidence. They're better than pigs, huh? There's a lot of pig farms up here in West Michigan. A lot of people joking around, maybe not. They're like, well, I own pigs. I'm not worried about it. You want to come over here, you come here. Whatever happens, happens. I don't think I would like to live on a pig farm. Those pigs are mean, and they're big. They're like small horses. What's up, Drunken Spider? Oh, we're about, I don't know, halfway through this, I think. Nothing too spicy. Patriots Arc, they should hire security and send the alphabet the bill. They should. They should. Cheeky Chops, turrets make a bit of a mess with the casings. You could probably make a lot of money selling those casings, though. I bet. For people that reload and stuff. Make a little money on the side, dealing with your troubles. Tom, don't be texting and driving. Don't do that. You text when you get home. The world's hard enough. Can't lose any hooligans. Saltrego. I'd sniff that. Talking about Kylie or Kaylee or whatever her name is. I always forget that she used to be